Hi guys, Silver Soul Fox here. I apologize for the tardiness on the video. You can see the little cauldron right here. We're going to be doing a winner for the giveaway at the end of this video, if that's okay. Also, I'm doing it by hand. I did receive the tripod, but I have not yet got it put together. So hopefully this will be the last shaky, wobbly, shitty video from me, and I apologize, you guys. But we are going to do the quick foraging video today. I hope you guys are excited because I am. There are so many things to forage, other than plants. And a lot of the wild leftovers from nature can influence our craft and be used. I use a lot of items, and for some people, this just isn't your thing, and I understand that. And for others, like me, I couldn't practice without these items, some of them. And there's plenty that I'm not going to mention today. I couldn't go over everything, and I'm not as prepared as I'd like, but I didn't want to delay it any further. So we will be doing the drawing for the giveaway at the end of this video. And so it's not going to be tremendously long. I have decided just to go over the items. I'm not going to talk about where to find them, how to find them, what they're used for, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, please feel free in the comments to just chat me up. I love that. Also, if you have any tips or other items that you would like to add or mention, please, I love to learn from you guys as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Unfortunately, I have to show you everything at one time. I do have one baneful item that I've got covered up until we get to it. But yeah, I'm just going to show you everything and then just talk about it if that's cool. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so first of all, I'm doing it by hand, so we're going to zoom in on certain items and not on others. As you can see, most of them are self-explanatory. I did want to go over this really quick. This is a candle. I know a lot of people shop on Amazon. I do as well. This was a gift from a friend. It's called graveyard dirt. Now, keep in mind, this friend doesn't have a witchcraft bone in their body. So they just bought this because they thought of me when they saw it. So, and I wanted to add the candle was between $25 and $30 for a 6 to 8 ounce candle. As you can see, it's very small. It is from Amazon, and I just want to say, this is not a candle that you would buy to make your house smell good. This is a for the craft use candle. I was surprised. Upon looking at it, I was like, oh, okay, just I could do that, no big deal. But the smell and the energy from this candle, first of all, it smells exactly like dirt. Exactly. I mean, I don't know how they did it other than using dirt in it. They might have, I'm not sure. But the energy from this feels like dirt. And I'm telling you guys, you have never smelled a candle like this. Please, if you have an extra $1 or $2, check these out on Amazon. I might go further. It's got some cute little stones and, pretties in there as well. Not real big, but like I said, I haven't burned it yet or used it in the craft. But there is just what that says. Might be able to see on there. I think it says the goddess something or other. I'll try to put that in the description. thegoddessflame.com, graveyard dirt. So yeah, the scent on that, just immaculate, just like dirt. Love it. So I'm excited to try this in my craft. I haven't had the need for it yet. So when I do, I'll let you know. I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, first we're going to start with waters. There are a ton of witchcraft waters that you can collect. I'm not going to go into detail on that. You can get your own, never mind my bottle. You can get your own waters, river, ocean, storm, dew. This is spring water, mountain spring water that I get from behind my home on the hill. I'm blessed to have it. I love it, and I use it. moon waters, solar waters, rose water. I mean, you can just go on forever about craft waters. So yeah, that's one item. Also dirts. Now this is not, I'm not on the graveyard dirt train, to be honest with you guys. I think it's a lot of propaganda, even with the candle there. This is one of my most used dirts. You're going to laugh, I know you are, but this is bank dirt. This is dirt I get from my bank that I use in my money workings. And you can also use battle dirt. If you're lucky enough to be where a war has taken place, that's battle dirt. If two dogs have fought, that's battle dirt. But you got to make sure and get which side, the victor or the loser, you know. So, but there's so many dirts you can use from so many places that do so many things. Don't limit yourself to graveyard dirt, because honestly, it doesn't hold a big place in my practice. I do a lot of spirit work, and I'm a folk practitioner, so dirts are my thing, you know. But I don't use graveyard dirt a lot, to be honest with you, and I think it's just a bunch of bullshit, if if I'm being real with you. There are plenty of other strong dirts that can be used for a lot of things. So yeah, dirt is another one. Waters and dirts. Those are the main ones. A lot of times, depending on where you live, you'll find rocks, stones. Where I live, unfortunately, I don't find a lot of that. So this was something. I know it's something. It just needs cleaned up, and I need to figure out what it is. But I'm not sure. I found these myself on my land. This, I'm sure, is something. Not sure, though. And then I get a bunch of this. So, yeah, just any kind of stones, rocks that you find on your own. Next is going to be the feathers. Now, these are found feathers for me. I get a lot of feathers as signs, clues, lessons, angelic, ancestral, spiritual, I mean, you name it, spirit guide. Feathers are a big thing for me. This is a blue jay feather. This is a red cardinal feather. This is a dove feather. This is a big old wild turkey feather. Pull you back a little bit to show you. And they're not all perfect and pretty, you know, so, but yeah, it's real. Found, you know, in nature. So that matters a lot for me, because I believe we're meant to find these things. Now, I want to go over this one here. For the life of me, you guys, I looked and looked and looked. I could not find my red brick dust. And that's crazy, because that's one of my most used items. So I went and found the thing I used it last in, and that was my red witch's salt. So this is red brick dust, most of it. It's got a little bit of salt in there, but most of it is red brick dust. So yeah, if you're lucky enough to find any red bricks, grind those suckers up, because trust me, you be needing that stuff. If you have a cat, you have cat whiskers. I use these almost every week. I know that sounds crazy, but they are used for so much. Good luck. Strengthening your magical workings. Connecting to the divine. Connecting to spirits. These little bad boys are powerhouses. If you have a cat, collect the fallen whiskers. And that's also a healthy thing. They do that. They shed whiskers. If they do not, they're not healthy. There's no harm in you saving those. As well as these are cat claws. Now these I don't use as much as the whiskers, but I still use these a lot in a lot of workings. Please collect your cat claws. There's no need in just disposing of these wonderful items that you can really put to use. This doesn't look like much. I want you to get a close view here. This is probably 3 or 4 cobwebs. Now, when you hear cobweb, you think, oh, cobweb. You know, it's when you collect cobwebs, it's a lot different. You would have to collect 1,000,000 to fill this thing up. But there are 3 large cobwebs combined in there. Cobwebs can be used for a lot. I use cobwebs a lot to entangle, confuse, weave. There's a lot you can do with that. Okay, let's see what's next. What's next, my little buddy? This is the only snail shell that I have found on my own here. Um, I've had a lot of wonderful friends and sisters send me snail shells because I use them in dream magic because of the spiral. Um, this little baby I found years and years and years ago. I will not use it because it's the only one I treasure it. So this is my little snail shell. Anyway, love my shells, you guys. And those of you who are lucky enough to live by the ocean, oh, you're so blessed. You're so blessed. You have so many other items that you can get from the ocean, the shells, the sand, the driftwood. It just goes on and on. But I'm here in West Virginia, so I deal more with the rivers and the creeks and the mountains and things like that. And this is lizard skin. There's nothing wrong with taking the skin of an animal that has shed it healthily. This is snake skin. I live amongst snakes. I love snakes, and they love me. I have two big, huge black snakes. I have rat snakes. I have rattlesnakes. I have copperheads. I have garter snakes. I have corn snakes. I have all kind of snakes. And, they don't want to hurt you. They really don't. And they're great for pests. They keep away mice. They're just wonderful creatures to have around you. So I use snakeskin a lot. I have shared my snakeskin with many friends and sisters on YouTube. Now these next items I'm not going to pick up. I'm just going to kind of take you to them. This is a miller, a nighttime miller. Before I begin with these, let me just say a little something about death. I don't want to sound morbid or anything like that, but for me, death is not a bad thing. Death is beautiful. I love and respect death. I don't fear death. I see death differently than many people. And I think when you reach that point, when you work with spirits, when you work with the dead, when you work with ancestors, when you work with dead things, I think after years, you gain a respect and a knowledge. And I think when you get comfortable with death, I believe that death gets comfortable with you. And I'm not saying that I walk around and things die around me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that things feel comfortable dying safely around me, if that makes any sense. Anyway, back to the miller. Just a nighttime miller. She had her last flight outside, and I just didn't want to see the cats eat her. So, I will use her for sure. Little ladybug. Love my ladybugs. Gorgeous mama butterfly. These are wonderful for transformation workings. I've not found anything that could even get close to the butterfly for that. And then I was lucky enough to get her. I hated to see that she had passed, but I was blessed and grateful to have her. The mama dragonfly, who has come into my life in the past year and a half, a lot, in my drawings, in my thoughts, in my minds, in my visions, my dreams. So I believe that was for a reason. I believe they're all sent to us for a reason. And you can see the big old deer horns. I do love my stags. Their horns are gorgeous. I decorate. I'll cut the smaller horns off and use them for ruined necklaces. I'll use them for jewelry. I'll use them for wind chimes, talismans. I put them in spell bags. You name it, you can use them. I've even made a smoking horn where I smoke out of one. So I smoke my magical herbs and I stay elevated. And this last item, I'm just going to show you really quick. This is a skull, and I know some people don't like it. It's dirty because it's an outdoor. It gets buried sometimes, and it's used for not so great workings, but you can collect your own animal bones and skulls if you find them. I don't go out looking for them. I don't collect roadkill. I don't do that. And I really don't like seeing people charge an arm and a leg for things like that because it's so simple to collect those items. And you've got people out there paying hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for these oddities. They call them oddities when really it's not nothing. It's just these people are just robbing people blind. But anyway, yeah, bones. I don't do it personally, but a lot of people like to work with the animal bones. I have some. I only use them when I must, kind of thing, more serious rituals. So, but yeah, that was my foraging video on some things that is not plant-based and that you can use in your craft. And like I said, there's so many I wasn't able to show you guys, like the turtle shells and the beehives. I mean, there's just so many other items. Um, but yeah, you guys share with me, some of the stuff you collect out in nature that you find a little helpful in your craft. And let's get to that winner really quick because we're already at 15 minutes on this video. As you can see, I put in everyone's name. We had just under 20 names. So I put everyone on the same size sheet of paper so it would be fair. And I'm going to do the drawing right here in front of you. We're going to draw one name and I'm going to unfold it to my best. We've got Mary Ann Donna Ruma, 7438. Mary Ann Donnarumma, am I pronouncing that right? I hope so, because she has been a long-time subscriber and commenter and friend. She's OG from probably the first video I made, I'd like to say. I love to see someone like this win. Congratulations, Mary Ann. I cannot wait to send you that box of goodies. Oh, and I have been adding to it. Yay, I'm so happy you won. Maybe you can meet up with me in the comments and we'll pick a exact date and time to meet in the comments on YouTube, and we'll share our emails really quick and then erase them. Something like that. We'll figure it out, girl. Mary Ann Donnarumma. Yay! Congrats. You won the giveaway. And thank you guys again so much for watching my foraging video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a lot of questions and you share a lot of comments and tips. Thanks, guys. Have a magical day. Bye-bye.